Well, hello, DJ SAFC here. Well, it's looking more and more likely that Alex Neil's possibly going to go to Stoke, isn't it? SAFC.com's just put a post up, the fact like he's having talks with them, or he's given permission to have talks with them and all that. But I just don't know. I mean, this is the best Sunderland side I think we've had since we got relegated from the Championship. If he does go, is there something sadly wrong upstairs? Why we can't keep out of him? Or is it nothing to do with the club and Alex Neil just wants off? Does money talk? I just don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of angry Sunderland fans out there, because every time Sunderland seems to get a bit of stability, you know, this happens with a manager. You know, I mean, I know it happened with Sam Allardyce, but you know, to be fair, that was out the club's hands. It's just so frustrating. Could Sunderland do anything to keep him at the club? But you have to think, well, why does he want to go? I mean, like I said, does money talks? Is it more local for him? I don't know. I mean, you look at the size of the clubs and stuff. You mean, Sunderland have got miles more prospects. Massive club. But it just doesn't seem to be the case, does it? Or is it necessarily not a bad thing? I mean, he's got a rolling contract. He's got every right to head off to other clubs if he wanted to. He might be given a manager's role. He might have more say than he has at Sunderland. But like I say, there's managers out there. There's the likes of Sean Dyches and things like that available. If he does go, would that be a decent move? If it did happen, they need to be really careful and just, you know, make sure they get the right bloke in charge. You know, you didn't want another mediocre like type of Lee Johnson type, or a Parky type sort of thing, or a Larry Grayson sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because that will just really piss the fans off somewhat rotten, that it really would. You know, people are getting the season tickets renewed, and you know, and they're looking forward to it, and we have got a decent squad, and there seems to be a good team spirit. They seem to be playing for the manager. I just don't know. I don't know what you guys think in the comments and stuff. It's what is going on. I mean, he hasn't gone yet, like, but I mean, just talking to the club, you know, basically says to me, it's like, well, if he wants away, let him go. You didn't want to have a manager that's at the club that doesn't want to really be here. Time will tell. But the last thing you need is this carry on, because it's this sort of stuff that sends an upset, an unrest amongst the players, which can affect the performance. I mean, the last thing you need is, before going into a big home game against Norwich, is an unrest in the dressing room because, well, what's happening with our boss? You know, and it just affects the performances, and it's going to upset the squad without a doubt. I mean, we just need to get settled. You know, we need, if he does go, we need to get a decent manager in and give him what he needs. Do you know what I mean? We need to sign him, get the manager, give him a manager's role. Do you know what I mean? Give him the manager's role instead of this bloody coach bullshit sort of stuff, you know. I'm 50-50 about it, to be quite honest with you. I mean, like I said, if he doesn't want to be here, it's pointless keeping him if he doesn't want to be at the club. But we'll just have to wait and see. But it ain't looking good to me. Frog in my throat. To me, if he's talking to other clubs or Stoke, that says it all. He'll be away. And if it is the case, I just hope Sunderland didn't fanny about and spend another fucking 6 weeks looking for a manager, and we've got a caretaker manager in charge, because the fans will get fucking off it. Do you know what I mean? Just as we're getting somewhere, this is all going on. They'll be demanding answers, like, and we want to get a decent name manager in and all. You know, no fucking Tom Dick or Harry or fucking Angus McTavish McDoodle from the fucking Scottish Theodora League 6 or something like that. they need to have an ambition, and because the Sunderland fans will be starting to ask some questions. But if he's wanting to go, we need to get it done quickly, as soon as possible, so let the fans know, let the players know what's going on, because it's not fair on the players, it's not fair on the fans who spending a fortune because they've got the hopes up. Alex Neil's doing really well with the club. You know, the Sunderland's looking good. Like, oh, renew me season ticket, blah 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 blah, and then there's this starts. But whatever's gonna happen, do it, and do it quick, because we can't have this fucking about anymore. You know, we need it done and dusted, because it causes now but problems on and off the pitch. So there we go. Let's just see what happens.